4 times a week, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. I do a lot of surprise uploads, so you're going to want to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. So today I'm doing a really quick video on tips that I have for using false lashes, and I'm also going to do like a mini tutorial. So let's start with the lashes that I'm using. Today I'm going to use the Kiss, they're called True Volume Posh lashes. I got these on clearance like from Walmart. It says it's 100% natural hair. It resembles natural hair. We're just going to use these today. I normally would use way bigger lashes, but I figure most people who want a tutorial don't use huge lashes. So we're just going to pull these out. So I just pull it right out of the package. No matter how big the outer packaging for the Kiss lashes, they always look like this when you pull them out. This one does not come with a lash glue, although I don't usually use lash glues that come with lashes. My favorite glue is this Duo Strip Lash adhesive. You can get it in clear, or you can get it in, you can get it in white, or you can get it in black. I actually use black. Today I have a liquid liner on. I always use a liquid liner. If you want a liner tutorial, then I can do that as well. Just put that down below. I'm using the tattoo liner from Kat Von D, and this is in a brown shade, just because I'm traveling today, so I'm like not trying to get super dolled up. The one thing that's nice with lashes, like if you're not super great at your liner, the lashes are going to kind of cover it, so that's nice. But it's important to put liner on before the lashes, because then that's going to mask the strip of the lash, which is, you know, sort of this part right here. You can use lashes without using liner, but that does take a little bit more of a skill set. So if you want a tutorial of that too, let me know down below. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to look at my lash or my eyeliner, and I'm going to straighten it out just a little bit. That's more for my preference. These are my favorite Lily lashes. This was a Sephora set, but you can get them singularly. They're absolutely my favorite. They are pricey, so that's why I'm going more with the Kiss for today. Sometimes you can get eyelash applicators, and I'm going to show you one, and I'm going to use it today. I just want to show you, it's basically just like tweezers. Sometimes I find tweezers are a little bit better, but this one's just as good, so we'll use this today. Normally I would just use tweezers. The one thing I do is, and I'm actually going to use tweezers to take this off, and this is why. You could use your finger and pull up on this, but a lot of times you'll rip the strip on it, and you don't want to do that. So what I do is I go in with my tweezers just on the edge, and a lot of times with lashes there's like a little tiny bit extra on the edge that you can grab a hold of. And I just grab a hold of the end. This is why I like tweezers, because it can get up underneath there. So I grab a hold of the end and I just pull it off by the end. And then I set it down in front of me, and I'll do it with this one. And sometimes lashes are made so like the outside is a little bit longer than the inside. So you just want to keep that in mind when you're setting them down, that you're setting them down the correct way. For me, a lash like this is just way too long. Now you can use this just like this, but I only put my lashes where my mascara is, so I do more of it like an outer corner thing. So I would cut these. Sometimes when you get lashes that are a little bit more separated, you can count so that they're exactly equal. So like on these ones, these are Lily lashes, you can see that there's like a separation where you could sort of count where the lashes meet, count over 1, 2, 3, and then cut 3. So that's an easier way. But if not, I actually sometimes will stick it to like my table, stick it like to something, because when you first pull it off, it's sticky, and you can see that there is a smaller edge over here, and then it gets wider. And I try to look and just see, okay, I want this much of it, I want this part, so I'm going to cut there. So I'm going to go ahead and cut them. You want to make sure that if it's longer on the outside, that when you cut them, the two outside pieces are cut equal, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to go in and cut it in the middle. And the nice thing about cutting them the way that I do is that then you have 2 sets of lashes, which is nice. And I'm just using like, these are like fingernail cuticle scissors, I think. I'll cut them. So now you can see I basically have 2 sets of lashes. You can see that they're longer. Sorry, this is dirty. This is my eyebrow powder book. So you can see they're a little bit longer at on the sides, and so these ones are a little bit shorter in the middle. So I have 2 separate sets. So I'm going to go ahead and use these ones that are a little bit more tapered, And one thing that you want to do is you want to get this band ready to be put on. So I take the edges and I sort of just roll it like that to sort of shape it so that it's not just flat, so that it's like matching your eye. So we're gonna go ahead and roll it, and then I'm gonna take it from the edge, and you can use these, but I just use my fingers. I'm gonna take the glue, and these glues can come out so fast. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna squeeze it until it starts to come out, and then I'm just gonna sort of paint it on instead of dripping it on. This has extra. I use this all the time. Squeeze it out just a little bit and sort of paint on. You just want to get it on the strip. You do not want to get it on the actual lash. And that's another thing. You want to try to not actually glue this to your lash. You want to glue it to your lid where the liner is. And the best way to do this is to blow on it so that's a little bit tacky. You know, like when you're using Elmer's glue and it gets a little bit tacky. That's the best time to be putting it on. So I'm going to put one on with just my hand, and then I'll do the other one with the tool so you can see the difference. So for me, I'm going to get real close, and since I want it sort of tapered, I'm going to start and place it right here on the outside and see how that looks. If I don't like it, you do have a little bit of time to move it over. I just go in with my finger and press, and when I press with my finger, because like the glue can stick to your finger, I do sort of like press and roll my finger so that it doesn't pull up. And there, that one's stuck on. Very natural. And the nice thing about the black is that yes, it'll dry clear, but I feel like it doesn't show as much in the in-between time. I film a lot in the morning, so if I use white, you can see the glue. Like, yes, it'll dry, but it's kind of annoying. So let's do this other one. First, we're going to prep. Just roll it and make it more round. I will get my eyelash tool, hold the edge, and then we'll go ahead and squeeze this glue out just a little bit and paint that right on there. You don't need a ton of glue. Like, you need enough to have so that you can actually see it on there, but you don't want it to be too goopy because that, they take longer to dry and it's just super annoying. So I'm gonna go ahead, and then I have it by the edge with this little tool, and you can get these just like, sometimes you can get a pack of Kiss lashes that might have two and then they'll have a tool, or you can just get them at your Walmart, Target, your CVS, all those places. They sell them with the eyelashes just separate. So I'm going to go ahead and place this on, and I'm going to see if it's where I like. So I need to pull it back a little bit. So I'm going to try to use this tool. I don't normally use a tool, so. And you can see the glue's still there. It's wet, but it hasn't fully dried, so I can move this. There you go. And then with this, I use this end to press it down instead of my finger. And you see that gets a nice press close to the lash line, but not on top of it. Okay, so we're gonna let those dry. You can reuse lashes. So this is how I store mine. I have this like bead. It's like made for like jewelry beads. And I have tons of lashes in here. And so I just store them in here. And then as they get like weird or whatever, I throw them out. But I have like all kinds. I have like colored ones, big ones. And so in between time when I'm wearing them until they're ready to get thrown in the garbage, I just put them in here. Also, while we're waiting, I'll show you some of my lash collection, some of my favorite lashes. So some of the tips is, especially if you're newer to wearing lashes, some of the tips I suggest are to use liner as a guide and to hide any like imperfections. Also, try not to glue them to your actual lash. Another tip is cut them to your size. Like, that's one of the things I see people do wrong, is they just pull them off there just like they are and stick them on. And all of our eye shapes different, all of our preferences are different, so you want to cut them to fit your needs. Some of the lashes that I like, these were Halloween lashes, and I have a whole like Halloween Kiss nail and Kiss lash haul video that you can check out. These were on clearance after the holiday, so I always scoop these up. So I have a bunch of these Kiss holiday lashes. I really like those. Some of my absolute favorites are these Fright Night lashes, and these are, you get these at Walmart. I don't know if you get them other places. So they're $2.98, but after Halloween they're on sale. These are my favorite, and I just like cut them in half, these mesmerizing, I just cut them in half and they're like so pretty. And I also got these ones that are Midnight Magic that just has a little bit of the red. So any of these Fright Night lashes I use, and they're some of my favorite lashes and they last a long time. These have been tried and true for a long time. These purple ones for like a purple look. I also like Wet n Wild lashes. During the Halloween season, you'll get these ones that are from the Fantasy Maker line from Wet n Wild. But Wet n Wild does have lashes other times of the year, and then they will have sort of these like limited edition lashes. These have just a little bit of gold on them, so I do like those as well. I often use Ardell lashes. I like some of their like different styles, like these are all Ardell as well, just, you know, things for special occasions. But my ultimate, outside of the Fright Night lashes, those are the ones I honestly wear most of the time, but outside of those, my favorite are these Lily lashes. This is in the style Miami. This is one of my favorite. You can get these at Sephora or from Lily Lash. They're quite expensive. They can run from like $20 to $30 a piece. I actually scooped these up when I saw them at TJ Maxx for $7.99, and I scooped up as many as I could buy. And they last quite a bit. These right here are Lily Lashes. You can see they're sort of like a 3D. I've been wearing these ones, but you can see they're sort of like a 3D. They're very wispy. I just absolutely love the look that it gives me. Most of the time, the lashes that you're going to see me wear are either the Lily Lashes, the Wet n Wild Fright Night brand lashes, and then the ones from Kiss. And then I just keep all my extra lashes in this bin, as you can see. Yikes. Now we're ready to check and see. Get my bangs out of my way. And once it's like a little bit dry, I go ahead and push up from the bottom just to see how like you can curl it up a little bit. So I push up from the bottom. Make sure you don't glue your top lash to your lower lash. If you start to feel like a little bit of glue, you can go ahead and just run the back of your tweezers or your eyelash tool right underneath and just get that out of there. So some people actually put mascara on, let it dry, and then put them on. I don't do that. I don't use mascara ever because I don't have a lot of natural lashes and it doesn't last super long. So for me, I don't do that. But if you don't like, see how you can see my natural lash, which is not as black, this is a little tip. I'm gonna use this Wet n Wild highlighting powder. It was limited edition from Halloween. It was called Not Your Basic Witch. It's supposed to be a highlighter, but that's crazy. It's just this, basically it's a huge black shadow. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with more of a precision brush. I'm gonna get some of this on here. Then I'm just going to lift my eye up, like tilt my head back, and just use that powder, look at that, just to get rid of my natural lash color. And there you go, see? Camouflage right away. You can also run liner here, that's called tight lining, but I never do that. So let's do this on the other side because you can see a little bit of my natural lash. And you can run it on, like I have a little bit of the front lash. See if you can see the difference. This on my front lash has a little bit of the powder and this doesn't. And there you go. That is my little eyelash tutorial, a bit of how I store them, ways to put them on, lashes that I like. If you want anything more about lashes, different styles, different techniques with lashes or liner, go ahead and put that down below. If you have any tips or tricks to share, also put that down below. If you have some favorite lashes that I didn't mention, put that down below. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye.